All right, you guys having a good time so far tonight? Very nice. Man, you guys are incredible. Listen, real quick, hear me out. I call that last one a bad idea. I got my first straight jacket when I was 11 years old. I don't know if that was a smart parenting decision or not, but it came in the mail one day. I thought it'd be hilarious because my parents weren't home. So I called my friends over. They strapped me up to see if I could get out of this thing by myself because they ended up leaving me home alone. It took me 2 hours to figure out that I was stuck. I was face down on the couch by that point, face stuck in the cushion. Had a Cheeto in my nose. It was a puffy one, don't ask. But seriously, I was laying there. I finally get my face out of the cushion enough to take a breath and see the TV's on across the room. I'm like, sweet, I'll just watch some TV, you know? Then I realized I was going to have to lay there and watch Barney. Yeah, you laugh, being home alone, strapped up, face down on a couch, not being able to breathe with a big purple dinosaur dancing around and telling me that he loved me wasn't the greatest day of my life, alright? Seriously, I'm laying there about a half hour. Finally, my dad comes home. He walks in, that was awkward. He looks at me, he looks at Barney, he's like, what are you doing? By this point, I'm singing along with it, you know. I tell him what happened. He said, what made you think you'd get out of a jacket like that? I said, Dad, I am an idiot. I said, I don't know what I was thinking, but I do know this. If you don't undo these buckles, I'm going to be in this thing forever. So he came over after a few days and let me out, and it was a relief. But seriously, tonight, I do this straight jacket because I want to give you guys a visual illustration for sin, for bondage, for being strapped up, for being miserable. I don't know where you come from tonight, but I know some of you guys just got set free. You got released from sin, man. God promises that if we turn from sin, if we confess that we are sinners, and that He's the only way to true freedom, because that is the only way to true freedom is through Jesus Christ. He promises to set us free, undo the buckles, undo the straps off the jacket of sin, of bondage, and give us new life. Tonight, as you heard that message, I was standing back here praying for you guys. Some of you guys made that decision tonight, and that's incredible. But here's the deal tonight. I want to share a little bit about myself. I'm from Houston, Texas. Yeah, we got some Texas folks in the house. I live in Nashville, Tennessee now. I'm working on a record deal with Justin Bieber. Things are going great. But listen, not really. He doesn't even live in Nashville. But hear this tonight. I want to tell you about an experience I had about helping someone be set free in Jesus' name. A couple years ago, I came across this organization at an event just like this called Compassion International. How many guys, show of hands, have heard of Compassion? If you think, man, I've heard of that. It's been on this sign down here the whole day. You've just seen it once or twice, and that's why you're freaking out. But listen, Compassion is an organization that is literally setting children free in Jesus' name from the straitjacket of poverty, the straitjacket of starving to death, of malnutrition, of not having an education, of not having a family or a home. And like I said, I don't know where you come from tonight, but I just want to take a second and point some light on Compassion and the work that they're doing in the lives of these children. I picked up a packet, this little packet at an event like this. There's a Compassion table over here to my right, your left, with some packets. You may have seen these packets already tonight. They look like this, and they've got a picture of a child. There's not hundreds of packets for these individual children. This is the only packet for this specific child, and every packet that's over there is designated one per child. So hear this, I picked up a packet, and I read what Compassion was doing. That they were actually setting these children free from the bondage, from the entrapment of poverty. They were giving them an education. They were allowing them to come into these churches. That's the beautiful thing about Compassion. That's what I love the most, is that they work through the local church in these areas. I sponsor a little boy named Melvin. He was on a packet just like that, just like this one that I have, and just like that I filled out the packet. I gave him my credit card number. You can write a check or you can give cash money. You can pay in quarters, literally however you want. I've got a buddy of mine who puts a quarter in a jar every day for all 4 of his kids, and that's how they sponsor a child, literally dollars a day.
Can you hold that and keep him in the center?
You can save the life of a child. Just pack it off. And I was sponsoring Melvin. I didn't know what I was doing though. I got a letter back from Melvin. It was written in red crayon. On the back of it was a picture. It was drawn in that same red crayon. I read this. I hung it on my fridge, but I was a skeptic. I don't know if do we have any skeptics out there? I'm a skeptic. I hung this on my fridge, and I thought, you know what? That's cute. But in the back of my mind, I thought, this is a little questionable. I think there's some dude in a warehouse in Phoenix left-handing these out in red crayon to all of us. You know what I mean? He's got a wife beater on. But hear me. I called Compassion up. I said, I want to go meet Melvin. I want to see him. So me and my best buddy, Eric, he's a painter. Some of you may have seen him. We went on this trip to El Salvador, and I got to see Melvin. I got to meet Melvin. I got to knock on the front door of this child that I had been given $1 a day to for the last year so that he would be provided with food, with medicine, with clothing, with an education through the safety and the surrounding of Compassion International in El Salvador. He comes out. He gives me a hug. His mom comes out. Some of you may not believe this, but I'm 31 years old. Look pretty good for 31. No, I don't. All right, so it's because I eat too much Chick-fil-A. But anyway, listen. This blew me away. Melvin's mom was 4 years younger than me. She comes out and she gets me and Eric in this hug. It's like this bear hug. It's like this Vulcan death grip hug. I'm like trying to tap out. Eric, help me. You know? We tell that story because I'll never forget. She looked me in the face and she said, "Thank you for sponsoring my son. Thank you for giving. Thank you for making a sacrifice for him and for us." You see, because I decided to pick up a packet and give $1 a day so Melvin could be fed, could be educated, could be clothed, could get medicine if he needed it, he was also fed the gospel of Jesus Christ. And in turn, his family, his 2 brothers, and his mom and his dad all have accepted Jesus Christ because of Compassion and what they're doing in that country. Now tonight, listen, I don't stand up here to sing you a song and say kumbaya and make you shed a tear, because I want you to know this: Compassion brings more joy to these children. It's unbelievable. I went over there expecting to see these kids really sad. No, man, they were having a blast. I got to do some stuff for them like I did for you guys. They laughed more than you did tonight because some of you guys were asleep. But wake up, listen. I saw the joy that Compassion was bringing to these children, and I said, you know what? I'm going to stick with this. Not even for a year, but I'm going to sponsor Melvin for the rest of the time he's in this Compassion program. And I believe so much in Compassion that I take packets with me everywhere I go. Every time I step on a stage, I have a packet in my suitcase to tell my story about what Compassion is doing in the lives of these children. And tonight, we have some packets of children right here at this event. See, honestly, I told Compassion, I was like, hey, can you like let me take like 50 kids that need sponsorship to these events? And they were like, Jared, that's kind of creepy. We're not going to let you do that, but we can send you some packets with some pictures. That's all we're going to let you do. I said, all right, I won't be so creepy. I'm sorry. So they send me these packets. The packets that we have here, we have a lot of children that have been waiting to be sponsored. They have been in the program, in the waiting process for over a year. They are waiting on a sponsor. They are waiting on you to take a step towards a need instead of just sitting comfortably. And to be honest with you, I'll tell you what, I'm an illusionist. I don't know where you guys come from. Like I said, I'm an illusionist. I'm thankful that this thing's working out. I had this fake raccoon that's got a spring in it. But listen, I make a sacrifice every month to give so that Melvin could be sponsored. Literally $1 a day. And the truth is, on our worst day, in our worst moment, we are blessed. We are blessed. And I stand in front of you tonight, and I'm asking you this question. Are you able to take a step towards a need tonight? Are you able to pick up a packet, look a child in the face, fill it out, and begin sponsorship tonight? That's what we're asking. We're going to make it so easy. If that's you, I'm just going to ask you to raise your hand. If that's you, if you'd be willing to do that tonight, you just slip your hand up, keep your hand raised. Because here's the truth. We have people that are going to come to you with a packet. If that's you, keep your hand up. If that's you, keep your hand up. We've got people that have packets that are waiting to see those hands. Even if there's just one of you there, hold the hand up. Listen, we got people that are going to come to you with packets. Maybe you're sitting there and you say, you know what, I don't know about this. My challenge is to take a packet right now. Slip your hand up. Listen, take a packet, hold it in your hand. Look at that child in the face. And imagine the joy that compassion is going to bring into their life. Imagine them being set free, being rescued from poverty. Tonight, I'm not going to stand up here and sing you Kumbaya story, like I said. I'm not going to beg you to death. But here's the deal. This has done more for my life. This has changed me in ways I never would have imagined. Because I took a step towards Melvin to change his life. Listen, it has changed the way that I think about everything. If you got a phone, maybe you're not being seen. Turn your phone on, hold it up, we'll get you a packet. Tonight, if you pick up a packet, there are more packets, there are more children over here underneath the compassion tent that need sponsorship. Here's how this works. It's very easy. All you have to do is take this back form out of the packet, fill this out completely, and leave us with this form. Make sure you get this form to us tonight. Do not leave with this child. If you leave with this child and he gets stuck in your back seat of your car, or he gets thrown in the trash, or he gets dropped on the ground, that's even longer that these children have to wait. So if you fill out a packet tonight, do me a favor. Please come by the compassion booth and drop this form off. The rest of this packet is for you to take home. This is yours. You will get more information in the mail here shortly over the weeks to come if you return this. Now, tonight we want to do something above and beyond. Compassion has just told me that if you pay sponsor tonight, if you pay in full your first month, that's how this thing gets kicked off. All you have to do is fill it out. Say, I'm going to pay tonight. Fill out your payment method. If you do that tonight, they have an awesome Compassion t-shirt. That's a complimentary gift for you if you leave the form with them at the booth to my right tonight. So, let me just make sure we're clear. Listen, tonight, please fill this form out if you want to start sponsorship and leave it with us. Do not leave with this form. The rest of this packet is yours. Do not leave it here as well. If you have a packet, and maybe you want to look through some other packets or anything like that, you got any questions, you want to hear more of my story, I'll be at the compassion table because honestly, I want to go over there. I want to love on you guys and thank you for allowing me to be here tonight, but I want to tell you more of my story. I want to tell you about more of what Melvin has done for me in my life because that's why I'm here tonight. I'm here for these kids. I want to see kids get sponsored, get rescued in Jesus' name. Let me tell you, let me encourage you this. For those of you guys that have a packet, tonight, before we even started the night, 10 children were sponsored. 10. So if I lined up each one of those kids on this stage, I don't know if you can picture this, if there were 10 kids here on the stage, that's incredible. I walked up on this stage with a goal of doubling or tripling that number. I don't know how many packets have gone out, but tonight, literally, this event is saving lives, is rescuing children from poverty. And I want to say thank you for being a part of that. You guys are incredible, incredible. You guys are the best crowd I've been in front of all day, and I mean that with all my heart. I said that yesterday, but I mean it today with all I've got. But do me a favor. We're going to have a 10-minute little changeover before the band comes and literally rocks our face off tonight. I'm so looking forward to this. You guys have stuck around through the rain, through the thick and the thin for this tonight. I'm so excited. But we're going to have a short changeover. You got plenty of time. If you have a packet, please do me a favor. Come on down. Let us give you your shirt. Let us get your packet and your form so we know who you are and what that number is. And we can continue on this great night. My name is JaredHall.com. I love you guys. Thank y'all so much. We'll see y'all. Thank y'all very much. Come see me at the booth.